Few teams in world sports are as instantly recognizable as the New York Yankees. Even people who do not follow baseball know the interlocking on Y logo, the pinstriped uniforms, and the idea that the Yankees represent winning on the biggest stage. Based in the Bronx, the Yankees compete in Major League Baseball's American League East Division, sharing New York City's baseball spotlight with the National League's New York Mets. But the Yankees are more than just a local team. They are a symbol of New York ambition, American sports history, and the complicated relationship fans have with dynasties. To supporters, they are tradition, excellence, and pride. To rivals, they are the team everyone wants to beat. That tension is exactly what has made the Yankees such a powerful sports brand for more than a century. The story begins in 1903, but not with the name Yankees. The franchise was created when Frank Farrell and Bill Devery purchased the rights connected to the defunct Baltimore Orioles and used them to establish a new American League club in New York. That team was first known as the New York Highlanders. The name fit the geography of their early home, but it did not carry the punch or simplicity of the identity that would follow. By 1913, the team had been renamed the Yankees, a shorter and more memorable name that quickly became part of the city's sports vocabulary. This early transformation mattered because it gave the club an identity flexible enough to grow with the city itself. The Yankees were not merely another baseball team, they were becoming a New York institution. The Yankees' rise is inseparable from their home borough, the Bronx. In 1923, the team moved into the original Yankee Stadium, a ballpark that would become one of the most famous venues in American sports. It was more than a place to host games. It became a stage for legends, pennant races, World Series moments, and generations of fans. The original stadium was used from 1923 to 1973, then again from 1976 through 2008 after renovations. During the 1974 and 1975 seasons, while the stadium was being renovated, the Yankees temporarily shared Shea Stadium with the Mets, as well as the New York Jets and New York Giants. That brief period showed how crowded and interconnected New York sports could be, but Yankee Stadium remained the team's true home and emotional center. In 2009, the Yankees moved into a new Yankee Stadium, built next to the old ballpark before the original was demolished. The move represented a delicate balance. How do you modernize a franchise built so heavily on memory? The new stadium was designed to preserve echoes of the past while providing the revenue, comfort, and scale expected from a modern sports venue. For a team that is regularly among Major League Baseball's attendance leaders, the stadium is not just a building. It is an economic engine, a tourist destination, and a monument to the franchise's history. Fans come for games, but they also come for the feeling that they are walking through a living museum of baseball greatness. What truly separates the Yankees from almost every other franchise is the scale of their winning. They have captured 21 American League East Division titles, 41 American League pennants, and 27 World Series championships. Each of those totals is a Major League Baseball record. In North American professional sports, championships define legacy, and the Yankees have built a legacy that towers over baseball. Their 27 World Series titles make them the most decorated franchise among the major North American sports leagues. For decades, the expectation around the team has not simply been to compete, but to win the championship. That expectation can be a privilege, but it also creates immense pressure. A good season in another city can feel like a disappointment in the Bronx if it ends without a title. The Yankees' championship identity was built by some of the most famous players in baseball history. Babe Ruth turned the home run into a national spectacle and helped transform the Yankees into a powerhouse. Lou Gehrig became a symbol of durability, humility, and courage. Joe DiMaggio represented elegance and consistency, while Mickey Mantle brought rare power and athleticism. Yogi Berra became both a Hall of Fame catcher and a beloved cultural figure. Whitey Ford anchored championship pitching staffs, and Reggie Jackson earned the nickname Mr. October for his postseason heroics. These names are not just part of Yankees history, they are part of baseball mythology. Their careers created a standard that every later Yankee team would be measured against. The franchise's Hall of Fame presence shows how deep its influence runs. The Yankees have had 52 players and 11 managers inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. That list includes the old icons, but it also reaches into modern baseball. Mariano Rivera, the legendary closer, became the first player ever elected to the Hall of Fame unanimously. Derek Jeter, the longtime captain and face of the late 1990s and early 2000s Yankees dynasty, received one of the highest voting percentages in Hall of Fame history. Their inductions connected the past to the present. They proved that the Yankees' mystique was not limited to black and white footage or distant memories. It continued into the era of global media, expanded playoffs, and modern sports branding. Ownership also shaped the Yankees' modern identity. The team is owned by Yankee Global Enterprises, a limited liability company controlled by the family of the late George Steinbrenner. Steinbrenner purchased the Yankees from CBS in 1973, and his arrival changed the franchise's tone. He became known for aggressive spending, high expectations, impatience with losing, and a relentless pursuit of stars. That approach made the Yankees both feared and criticized. To fans, it signaled a commitment to winning. To opponents, it represented baseball's biggest market advantage. As of 2025, Brian Cashman serves as general manager, Aaron Boone as field manager, and Aaron Judge as team captain. Those roles reflect the modern version of the same challenge, protecting a historic brand while competing in a constantly changing league. The Yankees are not only successful on the field, they are also one of the most valuable sports brands on the planet. According to Forbes, they are the most valuable Major League Baseball franchise and the 10th most valuable sports franchise in the world, with an estimated value of $8.2 billion in 2025. That value comes from championships, media attention, ticket demand, merchandise, global recognition, and the power of the New York market. The Yankees logo has become more than a team mark. It appears on hats and clothing around the world, often worn by people who may not know the roster or standings. In that sense, the Yankees operate in two industries at once, professional baseball and global culture. With popularity comes resentment, and no baseball team understands that better than the Yankees. Their enormous fan base is matched by widespread dislike from fans of other teams. That dislike is not random. It comes from decades of winning, big spending, media attention, and the perception that the Yankees are always at the center of baseball's biggest conversations. For many rival fans, beating the Yankees feels more satisfying than beating almost anyone else. The franchise has become a measuring stick. If a team can defeat the Yankees in a crucial series, it feels like a statement. This is one reason the Yankees remain so compelling even when they are not champions. Their presence automatically raises the stakes. The clearest example of that tension is the Yankees' rivalry with the Boston Red Sox, one of the best-known rivalries in North American sports. It is rooted in geography, history, competition, and emotion. For generations, matchups between New York and Boston have felt bigger than ordinary regular season games. The rivalry has included heartbreak, comebacks, legendary players, and postseason drama. It also represents two different baseball identities, New York's expectation of dominance and Boston's long, intense battle against that dominance. Even as rosters change and the sport evolves, Yankees vs. Red Sox remains a marquee event because it carries the weight of memory. Fans are not just watching 9 innings, they are watching another chapter in a century-long argument. Across their history from 1903 through the 2025 season, the Yankees' overall record stands at 10,872 wins, 8,216 losses, and 88 ties, a .569 winning percentage. That number captures the most basic truth about the franchise. Over a very long period of time, the Yankees have won far more often than they have lost. But statistics alone do not explain their place in sports. The Yankees matter because they combine success, mythology, wealth, controversy, iconic players, and a visual identity recognized across the world. They are admired and hated, celebrated and criticized, but rarely ignored. That is the real power of the New York Yankees. They are not just a baseball team from the Bronx. They are baseball's most famous empire. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.